On today's video, I get rid of my Wen benchtop joiner. Wait till you see what I replace it with.
This is the Old Guy Network.
Yep. Welcome back to the Old Guy Network. I'm the Old Guy, the OGJ, and it's a beautiful day here in the trailer hood. And people have been asking for more squirrels. They want to see more squirrels on the channel. So before we get started, more adorable squirrel footage. Yeah, that just happened just a few minutes ago. I've got one squirrel that's brave enough to come into the shed now, and that's Stumpy. Call him Stumpy because of his stumpy little tail. I'm not really sure what happened to his tail, but I'm sure it wasn't good. So I like it when he comes in and visits with me. And we sit around and, you know, I just kind of watch him play around in the shed a little bit, and I have a cup of coffee when I have coffee. And, you know, I love my coffee. So please go over to my coffee page. There is a link in the description. You can buy me a cup of coffee. And not only does it help support the channel, but it helps me buy more peanuts for the squirrels. So you can get more squirrel videos. And that seems to be what people want. So everybody wins, especially the squirrels. So yeah, we got that out of the way. Now, as you saw from the title of this video, I'm finally getting rid of my Wen joiner. This thing, when I first got it, I did an unboxing, thought it wasn't too bad, but then I used it, and I've had nothing but problems with this thing ever since I got it. It's only about maybe eight months old, something like that. I've tried to get a hold of Wen and try to get some satisfaction, get them to repair it, and I guess I can, but it's really it's terrible. I do not recommend the Wen joiner at all anymore. I still have my Wen planer. I had some problems with that. I fixed them. That's running okay now. But what do we replace the joiner with? Well, I replace it with another 6-inch joiner, obviously. And this time it is a Craftsman 10-amp variable speed joiner. This thing is a lot nicer. Now, the only catch is this isn't a brand new joiner. My new boss had a joiner that he bought about 6 months ago when he was making some tables for his restaurant, and it performed great, he said, but he has no use for it anymore. He doesn't do any contract work anymore. Now he concentrates just on the restaurant, and if he needs to make some more tables, he can always borrow my joiner because he made me a great deal, and I now have it here in the shed. Now, I like to do unboxings, but normally we do unboxings with brand new tools. Well, this isn't a brand new tool. It's about 6 months old. But keep in mind, the Wen joiner is about 6 months old as well. And that thing crapped out on me. So let's compare the two, and then let's finally get rid of the Wen joiner because at this point, it's just a big paperweight. And here it is, my brand new used joiner. It looks pretty damn nice. I just blew some of the dust off it. The only issue with this, and it's not really an issue, but you can see where the table is kind of scuffed up, but I will take care of that with a little rubbing compound and some very, very fine steel wool, and I'll get that right flat again. But if you've watched any of my videos, you know the reason why that happened. They didn't wax the bed. And a lot of people don't. But I checked out the blades, and they're very, very sharp. This is only about 6 months old, which normally that would sound pretty good, but this is only about 7 months old, and it's terrible. It doesn't work. It's awful. It's broken, and it's just very, very sad. But here we are. Nice Craftsman 6-inch variable speed joiner. And show you some of the features. This is how you change the thickness. And there's a nice gauge right there, which I did not have anything really like that on the Wen. It had a gauge, but the gauge wasn't as accurate as this one is. Plus,
This one, you have a lock knob. Now you can change the depth of the height of the table, and then you can lock it down in. That the Wen didn't have that, and sometimes it would slip and give you a different thickness than you intended on. Here's the power switch down here. There is no lock key on it. I'm not really sure why. I thought that all of these safety switches had locking keys on them, but this one doesn't. But what it does have is, let's see if we can get this right down in here, and you can see this little doohickey right here. This is the spindle lock. And when we move that, that locks on there. Now you don't want to try to start this when you do that. That is just so you can take the blades off a heck of a lot easier. And the Wen did not have that. I've already checked this with the speed square, and this is perfect. It's exactly straight. This is exactly flat. Everything works the way it's supposed to. At least it seems to. Oh, and there's my dog. Hi, Baxter. He wants to, every once in a while, Baxter likes to get on camera too. I think he's looking for the squirrels. But, yeah, I just fired it up just a little bit here. Let's turn it on. And now we can speed this up. Well, it sounds cool anyway. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to unbolt the Wen from the bench and put that somewhere else, and then I will bolt the Craftsman down and see just how it performs. Now let's run some boards in here. If I can get enough room to set the tripod down. I'll move my broom, and I'm going to run a couple of boards through here. Now this is a variable speed motor on this. Just to give you an idea, it starts off at 6,000 RPMs. It'll go all the way up to 11,000 RPMs. The Wen joiner that I had before, I believe, is maximum 8,000 RPMs, and it wasn't variable speed. It was just 8,000 RPMs, and that was it. So let's do a couple of cuts at the lower speed, and then we'll crank it up a little bit, and we'll compare. I found a piece of wood to use, and I don't believe there are any nails or anything in this, but before we get started, I'm going to go check this on my metal detector just to make sure, because I don't want to run a nail through this. I've checked this right here with the metal detector. There are no nails in it. So what I'm going to do is this side at 6,000 RPMs, then we're going to crank it up to 11,000 RPMs on the other side and see if there's any difference. Okay, it cuts fine. It planes fine. That's not a problem. That's not an issue. But at 6,000 RPMs, it does not cut real smooth, and it drags. You can hear it drag. So let's crank it up to 11,000 RPMs and see if it's a little better. We'll do the other side. What a difference. This is really nice. And yeah, I'm not really sure why I need a variable speed motor on this. I don't know. I'm just going to probably leave it at 11,000, and that is really, really nice. Both sides came out pretty well. I didn't do enough passes to clean the whole board, but that's pretty good. So far, it's pretty damn good. This is the moment of truth here. Let's see how well we did. Wow. That's perfect. Perfect, 90 degrees. Right now, I'm a huge fan of this benchtop joiner. And I'm comparing it to my Wen, which I did like the Wen when I first got it. But right off the bat, this thing feels solid. And I don't mean just sitting there, it looks solid. When you turn it on, it feels solid. There's very little vibration compared to the Wen. Now the Wen, we also had some electrical problems with it. The last thing that happened to it, the spindle broke. And before that, I had some electrical problems where it would run and then it would stop. And there was an intermittent problem with it. And I never did work on that. I just, well, basically I beat on the table with my hand until the connection was made again and it would keep running. So yeah, I'm done with Wen. The joiner was trash. The planer is working okay, but I've already gone through one gearbox with it, and that's only 7 or 8 months old. So I'm done with Wen, and right now I like this Craftsman. This Craftsman works very well. Now we can do some adjustments here. I see this is a little tilted. That kind of bothers me. It doesn't make any difference as long as it's straight. That's okay. But we can fine-tune the bed and the fence. And right now I like everything. I like this too. Once you select the height that you want, then you lock it in with this. I didn't have that on the other one. So yeah, I like it. No safety switch, but you know, that's okay, I guess. Unless this is a safety switch and I just don't know how to use it, how to operate it. I don't know. I'll have to get the directions off the internet. But I like the variable speed is nice. I don't know why I'd need to have a variable speed, but maybe I'll find that out later on. And the fact that this does have the spindle lock, which you can see right there. Just have to move that out of the way and you can put the spindle lock up. Don't put the spindle lock on and then try to start it. That would be a really bad thing. But yeah, I'm going to clean up the bed on it a little bit. Put a little more compound, a little more elbow grease on it. And I think that this joiner is going to be pretty good.
There you have it. I'm back in business. I got rid of the Wen. Maybe we'll make a video of me destroying that Wen because I've got a lot of animosity towards it. I'm done with Wen. We'll see how the Craftsman does. Test of time, that's always the best test. Even though this is 6 months old and it runs like brand new. I'll clean it up a little bit and make it look closer to brand new, but I think I'm going to be very happy with this. Let me know in the comments, do you have one of these joiners and what do you think about them? If you like this video today, if you got anything out of it at all, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, do all those good YouTube things, and I got to answer the phone. So I'll see you back here deep in the trailer hood for the Old Guy Network. I'm the Old Guy, and I'm out.